There are individuals who flicker like shadows in a dimly lit hall, not because they vanish into the background, but because their essence warps the light, twists conversations, and alters the very rhythm of hearts nearby. Sometimes this aura is called allure, enigma, or an eccentric temperament. Other times it's rooted in something ancient and more sinister, the whisper of a force that defies mortal bounds. If you've ever sensed that a figure in your circle summons tempests with a whisper, draws misfortune like dew to dawn grass, or transforms lives in inexplicable, often unsettling ways, this tale is woven for you. Before we unravel the threads, if you're drawn to profound, shadowy narratives like this one, consider following along and alerting yourself to new chapters. And if these words weave into your world at a pivotal crossroads, when the veil thins and revelations dawn, express your kinship. Inscribe 222 in the echoes below for ethereal guidance, and to signal to kindred spirits that the path is shared. Now, let us tread deliberately through the 12 omens that someone in your midst might be a shadowed harbinger, a vessel for unseen currents, and what shadows they might cast upon your path. I've expanded the lore here, drawing from forgotten grimoires and whispered legends to illuminate the depths. 1. They siphon essence rather than bestow it. In the tapestry of human bonds, some souls illuminate like hearth fires, warming all who gather. Yet others, like the shadowed harbinger, draw the flames inward, leaving embers cold and spirits weary. This isn't mere fatigue from a taxing dialogue. It's a deliberate, insidious pull that erodes vitality over time. Picture a gathering where laughter once flowed freely. After their arrival, voices hush, eyes glaze, and a subtle chill seeps into bones. You might depart feeling as if your inner light has dimmed, your creativity stifled, or your resolve frayed like old parchment. This extraction often masquerades as engagement. They regale with tales of woe or wonder, demanding undivided focus, yet offer little in return. Their queries probe deep, pulling confessions that leave you exposed while they remain veiled. Over moons and seasons, companions fade away, attributing it to life's burdens, but the pattern reveals itself. Initial fascination yields to profound exhaustion, yet the draw persists like a moth to a shrouded flame. To counter this, armor yourself with rituals of renewal, solitary walks under starlit skies, meditations by flowing waters, or circles of trusted allies who replenish what was taken. Limit encounters to fleeting moments and observe. Does the drain recur? Recognition is the first ward against their subtle theft. 2. Their aura ignites polarities in souls. Certain presences act as catalysts, not merely stirring the pot but shattering it into factions. The shadowed harbinger doesn't seek the spotlight outright. Instead, they fracture the harmony, amplifying hidden fissures in hearts. In their wake, mild acquaintances erupt into fervent devotees or bitter foes, with little middle ground. Envision a serene council where debates once simmered gently. Upon their entry, praises escalate to blind adoration, while doubts swell into accusations, turning kin against kin. This isn't coincidence. Their words and gazes unearth buried desires or fears. The insecure might prostrate themselves, offering gifts or secrets in hopes of favor, while the wary bristle, sensing an undercurrent of deceit. Alliances shift like sands in a storm. Loyalties fracture, and the air thickens with unspoken tensions. Such chaos binds all to them, as admirers cling for validation and rivals engage in endless strife. To navigate, anchor in your own truth, eschew the fray, voice boundaries with calm precision, and withdraw if the tempest rages. Preserve your equilibrium, for in the eye of their storm, clarity is your shield. 3. They dwell comfortably in the abyss. While some tread the edges of sorrow with trepidation, having glimpsed it through personal trials, the shadowed harbinger claims the void as home. They navigate discourses of despair, forbidden rites, or moral decay with an eerie poise, as if born from the gloom itself. Their insights into humanity's underbelly, betrayals, curses, hidden vices, initially soothe like a balm, making you feel unveiled and understood. Yet this ease often conceals a hunger for the turmoil such revelations stir. They might recount tales of ancient pacts or personal eclipses without flinching, reframing malice as inevitable fate or exploitation as a path to power. The world is woven of shadows, they murmur, normalizing what others deem profane. This allure of unvarnished truth draws seekers, but beware. It erodes barriers, tempting you to embrace peril as enlightenment. Probe deeper. Do they evade mending wounds, hoard secrets like trophies, or exploit frailties for gain? If so, view their composure as a harbinger of hazard. True wisdom fosters healing, not complicity in the dark. Fortify your ethos. Let not their abyss swallow your light. 4. Omens and portents swirl in their orbit. The cosmos occasionally aligns in mysterious ways. Repeated symbols, chance meetings that defy odds, or events syncing like clockwork gears. Around the shadowed harbinger, these portents multiply, weaving a web of perceived destiny. A forgotten relic surfaces at their mention. Dreams echo their words, or paths cross in improbable locales, evoking awe or dread. On the luminous side, such signs can inspire, hinting at interconnected fates and grand designs. Yet when these omens invariably bolster their tales, validating prophecies or elevating their status, they morph into tools of sway. Vulnerable souls interpret them as divine endorsement, yielding influence without question. Discern wisely. Are the signs impartial, scattering across lives, or do they funnel toward their aggrandizement? Chronicle them in a sacred ledger, noting contexts and outcomes. Over time, patterns emerge. Genuine serendipity enriches all, while manufactured mystique serves one. Guard your interpretations. Let no omen compel unwise pacts. 5. They evoke revelations and hidden truths. Certain beings possess a magnetism that unlocks tongues, turning strangers into bards of buried secrets. For the shadowed harbinger, this becomes a ritual, drawing forth confessions of regrets, illicit desires, or shadowed deeds. Their gaze promises sanctuary, a silent vow of discretion, fostering intimacy that feels profound and rare. At first, unburdening brings catharsis, a sense of chosen kinship. Yet this flow creates imbalance. They amass knowledge like a raven hoarding shinies, potent for later leverage, subtle blackmail, twisted persuasion, or divisive whispers. Post-revelation unease creeps in. Words shared in vulnerability resurface distorted, fueling their agendas. Test cautiously, offer trifling truths, and watch their stewardship. Do they reciprocate, honor boundaries, or wield insights against others? Integrity shines in deeds, not eloquence. Reserve core confessions for proven guardians. Their confessional, vulnerability is currency. Spend it sparingly. 6. Echoes of ruin trail their steps. Histories speak volumes when whispers fail. A lone rift or stormy parting might stem from misfortune, but a chronicle of shattered bonds, forsaken vocations, and lingering discord paints a darker portrait. The shadowed harbinger leaves landscapes scarred. Alliances crumble in their shadow. Havens turn hostile, and those once close emerge altered, often diminished. Examine the archives. Former companions recount parallel tales of betrayal or drain. Communities fracture post their ascension. Endeavors falter amid unexplained strife. They may spin yarns of victimhood or heroic exile, their charisma veiling the wreckage. Heed not solely their verse. Seek corroboration from distant scribes. Do they atone for scars inflicted, or deflect with guile? Patterns of unaccounted harm signal peril. Prioritize your sanctuary. Consult elders, enforce distances, and break cycles before they ensnare you. Your essence outweighs their enigma. 7. They weave ethics into illusions with eloquent threads. Oratory can enchant like a siren's call, transmuting vice into virtue, hesitation into heresy. The shadowed harbinger masters this art, cloaking dubious paths in philosophical splendor. They argue that boundaries are illusions, harm a forge for growth, or selfishness a sacred right. Their words a labyrinth that dazzles and disorients. This seduction lies in abstraction, focusing on ideals over impacts, inviting admiration for audacity over scrutiny of fallout. Moral fog ensues, where exploitation dons the guise of liberation. Counter with grounded inquiry: who reaps the harvest? What tolls are exacted? Demand evidence of congruence between rhetoric and reality. Consistent souls align speech with action. Deceivers dazzle to conceal greed. When eloquence blurs harm's edges, hoist your banner of clarity. It's a beacon against their weave. 8. They flourish amid disarray, forging it into a scepter. Clarity is the foe of cunning. In murk, power consolidates. The shadowed harbinger sows confusion like seeds in fertile soil, altering pledges, muddling motives, or inverting memories to evade grasp. Narratives shift like mirages, commitments evaporate, and your perceptions are questioned, fostering doubt in your own sight. This breeds weariness. Exhausted minds yield to the dominant echo. In kinships or councils, it quells dissent subtly. Reclaim order. Pose precise queries, seek etched records, and note evasions. Refusal to clarify betrays intent. Insist on transparency. It's your bulwark against their veiled reign. 9. Beasts and the attuned recoil or rally fiercely. Rational minds often dismiss primal cues, yet they hold ancient wisdom. Creatures sense veiled threats. Hounds growl unbidden, felines arch and flee. Birds fall silent. Infants wail or cling. Their unfiltered essence reacting to the harbinger's underflow. The empathic, those who feel auras like winds, report chills, unease, or magnetic pulls that unsettle. When such responses align across realms, pets in varied abodes agitate, young ones avert, sensitives warn. It's a symphony of signs, not absolute but potent. Weigh them. If convergence points to peril, heed and limit ties. Instincts are allies. Let them guide your vigil. 10. They pledge transcendence at the price of your soul's anchor. Visions of ascension tantalize. Escape from chains, awakening to potency. The shadowed harbinger positions as gatekeeper. Follow and soar. Yet the bargain demands surrender. Doubt your kin, forsake anchors, embrace their dogma. True elevation empowers wholeness. There's hollows isolating under guises of initiation. Scrutinize, do adherents thrive or fracture? Reversible costs? If it devours your core, it's conquest, not freedom. Safeguard your essence. Authentic paths liberate without loss. 11. Their gaze pierces veils, unveiling unspoken intents. Eyes are portals, and the harbingers pierce like daggers, discerning motives before words form. This insight grants foresight, predicting falls, exploiting weaknesses, but often twists to personal gain, seeding paranoia or dependency. Guard thoughts. Reflect their gaze with mirrors of caution. 12. Cycles of rise and ruin orbit them eternally. Their life weaves in loops. Ascents to glory followed by crashes, drawing others into the vortex. They emerge renewed, but victims linger broken. Break free by recognizing the wheel. Distance halts the spin. Whether this shadowed harbinger stems from eldritch realms or mortal flaws amplified, your vigil is paramount. Fortify wards, trust instincts, and share this lore with the wary. This is the Veil's Whisper Chronicle. Fit unveiled truths at destiny's edge. Etch 222 below for arcane favor. Subscribe for deeper dives into the arcane. Remain vigilant, for unchecked enigma breeds peril. If you seek rituals for warding or an expanded omen scroll, invoke it, and I'll conjure forth. Gratitude for your presence.